It's Friday. It is the final day, working day in the week number 49 in the year 2022. Day number 343 in the year. There are 22 days left in 2022 to make it great. 93.7% of the year has come and gone. Good morning to you wherever you are, the north, south, east, or west. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the hang for today, Friday, the 9th day of December, 2022. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to my parliamentary representative, the Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, one of the hardest working parliamentary representatives on island. Happy birthday, dear lady. Hope you have a great day. Please get some rest. Relax and be happy. Happy birthday to you. Good morning on this bright and sunny day. I saw 2 ships come sailing in. Three of them. Wow. So they are at the bayfront and at the port, right? Yes, okay. 3 ships come sailing in. So today is going to be a good day in Dominica. I hope the stakeholders get, according to those guys, some pepesh in their pockets. And we look forward to welcoming our visitors to our shores and hoping that they come back.
Good morning to our listeners. Good morning to the Honorable Prime Minister, his wife, and his entire family. Good morning to Nadasha Winston, Mistress Winston, and the rest of the family. We are back this morning, and today we shall deliver some heavy blues.
Let me say good morning to Rose, to Moms, to Lincoln. And let me say good morning to 2 mega film stars that's on the island right now.
They left already.
2 mega, they left.
They left already,
There were
yes.
2 mega stars, one of the Titanic and the other one Spider-Man.
Yes.
2
Have
mega
you seen
stars.
those movies?
I've seen all the movies. I've seen the Spider-Man. I saw Titanic.
Uh-huh.
I saw Louis has always been one of my favorite. Capriani.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's one of my favorite actors. You know, for his role in Titanic, I did appreciate
You like
that.
Titanic?
I liked Titanic. That was very. In fact, when the Titanic was being played, I was studying in Malta.
Okay.
And you had these songs under your seat.
Uh-huh.
Those modern theaters, you know.
Okay.
Down there in the Mediterranean. So we are moving forward. Not only that, I heard in the news that we have equaled the record for American visitors stay over on the island in the last 5 years since the advent of the direct flights of America from.
It was 1 year ago that the flights arrived in Dominica direct from the U.S. mainland to the Douglas Charles Airport. And since then, that flight has been a very, very successful
Very
venture.
successful.
Very successful
Every day
venture.
it's coming in.
Every day.
Every day.
Coming and going.
And the doubting Thomases, sorry, no apology to you, Thomas, but the doubting Thomases who felt that this would not have worked, now they must eat their words. Things are happening on the island. And not only that, when I was leaving my home, I saw 2 boats, mega ships, by the Woodbridge Bay, because I can stay at my home.
I was told there are 3 in
And there's one now down on the Dame Eugenia Boulevard area there. So there are 3 mega ships
in Roseau.
And
wonder if there's any in Portsmouth.
and
today.
each of them carrying over 1,000 passengers.
1,000, partner. 3,000 and
So
4,000.
where are we going to get the buses to bring all these people?
We'll get it, man. We'll get it.
And
With those
I do hope that the bus drivers will not say we are not making money.
Oh, no, they should.
It is an opportunity for them now to do
Yes.
their savings,
Uh-huh.
not to put it in any hairy bank. Put it in the cold
You
storage.
think it's Brainerd then?
I don't know, but some of them always think that they are not making money.
No, I find time for the hairy bank, but I also find
find time for the
for
hairy
my
bank?
investment.
But,
You can say
look,
what you want.
no,
That's a matter for you.
Let me tell you that this morning there, I'm not in your business this morning there. Huh?
So don't throw
Not because
don't
the
throw stones at
elections
me,
are
man.
over that you have to become loose, you know.
I'm not loose. I'm just saying that when we talk about men who waste their money, we must not think of the hairy bank as what we're thinking of. It's men who get their money and waste it. Just squander mania rather than investing it in some project. I always make sure that I invest mine in projects.
Brain, I know that you're an educator, you know. I was a police officer. You cannot play in my brain, you know. Even though your name is Brain. But I was a police officer, so don't try to bring up bunks and believe that I cannot see it clear. I have a good bat to bat it. Tate,
Yes.
there are certain callers on the other side who every day take it on their own to call the Prime Minister thief. He's a volet. Prime Minister's carried volet. Up to now, they cannot prove nothing.
There's nothing.
But they were in America. They stole twice. They ran to this country for refuge purposes. Jump on Q95. Believe that they are clean like the sheet of paper. Run to Point Michel and build houses. Now, things turn turtle on them. They cannot go back. And they believe the United Workers' Party would form the government at any time and they would be employed. Crap or smoke their pipe. It's over. Let them continue just saying what is not true.
There is a certain judge on the Dominican judge. I won't call his name. He knows himself. A certain author of many books. I now notice that he has taken the privilege to chastise Dominica for re-electing Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit as Prime Minister. My brother, behave yourself. Come to Dominica and enjoy the river. Enjoy going to the beach. But you have taken it on yourself now to become the hitman of the opposition forces on the island. If you think you have the testicles, why don't you run in Portsmouth or in Goodwill and prove your strength? That is where you show you have the mettle. You do not hide in foreign countries and just saying what you want. You want to show your weight. You're powerful. You can take over the country. You come here in Dominica, retire from your profession, and come here and do what you're supposed to do. Get involved in the electoral process. And there's another retired principal, an education official. I do not know whether you have the gripe still because they did not make you senior education officer for secondary school.
Yes.
You seem to be taking it to another level. And I will teach you a lesson.
This morning.
I will teach you a lesson this morning.
And
I will teach you a lesson that you will never get. I've planned my lesson. I'm well organized. My aim and objectives are clear. And I will deal with you at a later stage of the proceeding. I think you have exceeded your tenure now. You're going beyond the boundary, and I need to rein you in this morning. I shall certainly do that.
And he's on radio saying that the Prime Minister stole the elections. The observers were here. They saw everything. They were happy the way that we conducted ourselves during the election day. But he must tell us why he was a molester of our students in the school that he was appointed to. He must tell us where did the money for the raffle of the car went to. He must tell us why the late Archbishop Anthony Pantane of Trinidad had to call the late Bishop Arnold Bogart to come for him in Trinidad, or else he would face the prisons. Because the seminarians who were there male, they were being molested, attacked because of his bad ways. You calling Skerrit volley? Man, you must check your entire dominion. Check your path. Check your space. And see who volley. They never arrested Skerrit for volley. Nobody have pointed their finger on Roosevelt Skerrit for volley. Skerrit never was involved in shoplifting. Skerrit never took people's pay packets. Man, you are looking for a lot of problem. Behave. Keep yourself quiet, comrade. You have retired. Try to enjoy your retirement peacefully. Okay, my dear? As George Karam would say, Madu, behave. Maka fet you.
The Hang brought to you compliments the good folks at Flo Dominica, Busy Bubble Laundry, and Best Price. We'll be back right after a word from our sponsors.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow FastPay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flow FastPay. Flow FastPay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Daddy, you dirty your clothes again, and mommy not there to help you though. Well, pam pam, daddy dirty his clothes.
Easy breezy, busy bubble laundry service on the hustle. Washing, drying, folding service. Washing comfort cause it's worth it. Kiddies own cribs and toys.
Come on, daddy, bring the bag.
Dirty stinks from wine and malts. Come on, man, it's not your fault. Busy bubble.
Visit our new location on the Castle Comfort Highway next to the Cicero Hotel. Busy Bubble Laundry, taking the busy out of your day.
Have you heard? Local TV is back. Carry TV is here through Flow Channel 953. Advertise your events, services, deaf announcements, birthdays, and more. Sponsor a program, host your own program, or even have a live broadcast. Contact our sales department at 614-3385 for more details. Carry TV, revolutionizing media in Dominica. Have you heard? Local TV is back. Carry TV is here through Flow Channel 953. Advertise your events, services, deaf announcements, birthdays, and more. Sponsor a program, host your own program, or even have a live broadcast. Contact our sales department at 614-3385 for more details. Carry TV, revolutionizing media in Dominica.
Print City. Modern, creative, exciting. From various heat press options to detail embroidery. With years of experience in photography and design. Get full-on branding deals, t-shirts and banner printings, logos, graphics and designs, along with additional social media services. Located at 42 Independence Street, Roseau Dominica, downstairs, Kyrie FM. Call 617-2916 or printcitydominica@gmail.com.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kyrie Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need. PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050 or 612-1265. Kyrie Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
Best Price, new and improved supermarket and home store. Wide range of grocery items, fresh produce available every day, freshly cut meat and frozen products. And visit the home store, available upstairs for all your decor for every room in your home. Convenient parking located on the riverbank. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sundays and holidays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Friendly staff, competitive prices, best price. Best price, new and improved supermarket and home store.
The last person to get involved in any religious conversation in terms of telling people about church and where or not they should go to church. I go to church when I can. I should do it more often. I don't doubt that. But I am Catholic. I do not get involved in the hierarchy of the church. I do not get involved in the running of the church. I have my own views, I have my own opinions, most of which I keep to myself. But there are some you call Bido Leglies, always in front church like they are tete. There are some of them, if there's a mass, morning, noon, night, mid-morning, mid-afternoon, they are there. There are some who get involved in giving communion. There are some who are lay preachers. And of those I have called, there's one word that describes many of them: hypocrite. This lady, this wife of a former fella of high repute, who decided that she should send a message to a priest because of certain things the priest said. Ma'am, I sukwe saku leuvan shebo. Don't let me call your name this morning. I'll leave it at that. The elections are finished. Let us rejoice and be glad. We have a new government in place, a new cabinet to be sworn in on Tuesday. I know you all are hurting. I know you all are angry. All your party committed suicide. What high office you all were waiting for, go come. First of all, the partner senile, he cannot go in any office again. So the high office you all were promised, the White House all you were buying curtains for, that will not happen again. Get used to it. Readjust. Reset. Get used to it. But if you feel that you want to attack the priest because he prayed, Kwapo will smoke your pipe. Where were you when the bishop and the cardinal were attacked in Marigot? Did you open your voice, your mouth? Could you find your glasses to send any text message? You degraded and brought down yourself when you went nominating a vagabond. And it's all you that living in glass houses that want to throw more stones. I know my mipwe, you know. Nobody can tell me anything. I know my mipwe, so. But all you like to do, like you all have nothing. You all wash with white wash rag. And when you are finished, the wash rag is more clean than anything. Behave. Or you hear, I have stopped certain things from being said about you all, just so that you all can have some level of dignity in your old age. But if you all want to continue down that path, you all will be treated like everybody else. So let the little, anyway, let me leave that there. Let the former educator run his mouth. He has nothing in life to show for himself anymore. Let the former educator insult and say all sorts of things. Okay? We know the saying already. Tut mako kemo kwevi. It is a saying. We know it. We know what it is. Okay? Let him kawe. Let him lift up his half slip. Let him go ahead. Okay? His life is as meaningless as his name. So let him go ahead. But you, madam, you who have led a peaceful and quiet life, avie la jou, pa mete kou a la deba. Okay? That is just my little advice to you.
I, Peter Sogofly Thomas, I was born and raised in a Catholic church. I was an altar server, all where the priest went to, the late Leonard Blanchard. I was there. I never, I never heard or seen or got any information that Father Leon Blanchard was involved in any political thing. Them white priests, they were examples in Dominica. They could have their political leanings, but they did not show it. But there is another priest that used to say what he want, attack the prime minister. Why is the prime minister is in church? He used to attack the prime minister. Prince never said anything. What did Monsignor Thomas said at the swearing ceremony and Pastor Peter R. Augustine? To offend these people. They were playing Mamo. Mamo covered a lot of their mistakes, of some of their dishonesty. They accused Mamo of bugging the United Workers' Party's offices. They were in the air condemning Edison James and the United Workers' Party. Now they are in bed with the United Workers' Party. What kind of support they were giving Miss Charles? They were only there for what they could get. They are running people from the Catholic Church. I don't blame people for not attending church anymore, because you are getting politics in the supermarkets, on the road, on the buses, on radio, and when you go to church to hear the word of God, it's politics they're playing. Better you start your home and put your TV on EWTN. They're the ones causing it. You cannot blame the people. Leave politics for politicians and leave religion for religious people. Thank you. This is my stake this morning.
Well, I am saying quite clearly here, there's a thing called you offer the olive branch. Here I stretch my hand for a rapprochement. But do not believe that that rapprochement will be forever. There are things that has to be done. And persons who stand in the way of development, you cannot take them for granted. People who are still thinking of overthrowing the government by whatever means necessary. Gentlemen, I am telling you all, we have to be vigilant. We cannot take it for granted, because these men have taken an oath. As long as they are there, to prevent government from functioning. They do not want the government to do well. Because every time the government does well, they can never be in government. And this former education officer, you have a problem, my brother.
A big woman like that.
You have a problem, my brother. I did not receive certain promotions at certain times when government ruled, whatever political party.
But
I went to do my
Don't
work.
even go down that road, partner. Don't even go down.
No, but
that
I have
road
to say
about
that because some
promotion.
of us,
Even go down.
one of
Some people promote themselves. They feel that they want to promote themselves. They say that they should be promoted or not promoted. But when you check their track record, they should have been demoted.
But you're right. You took the sail out of the wind out of my sail. Because what are you doing? What is the level of efficiency and effectiveness? When you work, you have to do your work, regardless of which political party is in power. You have to be an effective manager. You must organize yourself. But you cannot be using the organization where you are to pluck the buds. You cannot be plucked. You cannot be destroying your flock, as a pastor. You cannot expect to be preaching the word of God and you're destroying the young girls inside there,
The young boys.
Or you're destroying the young boys.
Oh my God.
You have to be.
What is aggravating me is that this general MIP, so what specifically did the priest or the pastor say you have taken issue with?
Well, let me just step in there. Let me say good morning, Sogo,
Good morning.
Brain and Daryl, Tit. Let me say good morning to all the listeners around the world. Look, I've been listening to you guys and the commentaries that the contributions that you're making, and for me, the UWP and the entire supporters. I've heard the Prime Minister said once that some people ate sour grapes, but I honestly don't believe it's sour grapes anymore. I think some people eat lemons they eat, because it is impossible that on a consistent basis, those people could be so sour. I mean, you put up a fight for election, you put your candidates up. In this case, you did not put any up. You lose. You agree. You agreed to not participate, to lose. Because if you're not in the game, you cannot win. So you make that decision. It wasn't Rosemary Scarrett. It wasn't Daryl Tate. It wasn't senior minister. It wasn't none of the people on radio or in government that advised you to. You on your own. Now that the election has been called and the Labour Party won its 19 seats. Now, the election was illegitimate. Now they moved that now. It's no longer illegitimate. You don't have the full support of the general public. So it's just a minority. They call it a minority government based on their calculations. So that is where they're going now. Oh, well, the country is not, the government is a minority government, and so it is not right for a minority government to run the country. After the government got 19 out of 21. If these people don't have gall, and barely, not I call it pass. If they don't have pass, I don't know what else they have. Because you cannot tell me an election was called and now you want it to be legitimized now because you want to go to Salisbury to beef up the person, the independent candidate who won there, so you can get a dig in Parliament. So now it is kind of legitimate because you want to go to Salisbury. Because you cannot deem it illegitimate and go into Salisbury and support an independent candidate who won the seat. What do you want exactly? And UWP have had that flip-flop. They're a bunch of hypocrites. They're flip-floppers. Today, they white, tomorrow they're black, next day they're green, the other day they're purple. There is no consistency in these people. And that is why they're so bitter. So they're going to attack the priests. They'll attack the pastor. They'll attack the prime minister. They'll attack the radio personnel. They'll attack labor. They'll attack everybody in the way because they are bitter.
But you made a point here. I heard a guy, Dr. Fountain, I'll call his name, Dr. Thompson Fountain, Did he do maths at school? Does he know maths?
They said he's a doctor in
Does
economics.
he know nominal data? What is he talking about?
I don't know.
If you're talking about 15,000 people vote in 15 constituency, but what about the 6 constituencies where
they don't include
people
that.
didn't vote? Are they not? Are they not numbers? So when you're adding 15, so you have 6 zeros then. 15 plus 6 zeros is still 50.
Yes.
Don't you know that these people, they have a population? Vekas has a population.
Each
Pebush
of
has
the
a
constituencies, other than Solihull, the Labour Party polls more than 1,000 votes in each of the uncontested constituencies.
So Daryl.
So
except Solihull.
Right. So if you doing any
maths.
kind of calculation
Any kind of basic
or basic maths, you'll have to take the previous counts
Yes.
and add it to the last count. So you have to take what you have. So the last information and numbers you have was 2019.
Yes.
So if it was uncontested, you have to take those numbers and plug it in to come with your grand total and say exactly
you
what
see-
you did.
You see, let me tell you now. A friend of mine in America told me once. Many people say they have degrees, PhDs, and at times they buy these degrees on certain condition, you know. Because there are certain people in the American see the way they laugh, the way they roll. You can see they probably paid for that degree. So they mustn't come here and try to fool people anymore. I told you already, I have an
How you mean-
informant.
How you mean the way they roll?
The way they walk.
Oh, the roll. Oh,
The way they walk, they roll.
I don't know. I want to make sure.
Like Nancy, they roll like Nancy. So you mustn't trust them. Okay?
Let's take the call on the local line. On the local line, good morning.
Yes, good morning to the Labour family, members and members.
Good morning.
I'm touching the give thanks for life, health, and strength for a good country to build and organize and centralize. But anyhow, I have to say happy birthday to my sister, and you know already that I give thanks for saying that. And my niece, or my goddaughter in St. Martin today is a birthday also. So happy birthday. And I'd love to say before I start my little 2 cents, give thanks for the people out there that in the burial yesterday with Mr. Paul. Right? I love what they do. They have a great send down. And I see sister, I see members and members. I see my mommy Meredith also. Mommy Meredith, good morning to you. Love you, love you, love you. So blessed and nice. Give thanks for life. But Daryl, well and truly, you know, it was my brother just said, I was thinking them is say you take a fruit and it's bitter. You have a problem with it. And now if it's sour, you're going to throw it, right? I don't think you're going to eat it. You're going to throw it.
Yes.
So what all you saying there, well and truly, all who are talking about there is so every one of them be. Because they bitter and sour for a very long time now. You hear the pastor say, he pray to old boss. And from time he pray to old boss, he tell old boss he's going to stay there. I listen to the pastor, he's going to stay there a long while. He didn't know how long he's going to stay. You know what I'm saying? So when you speak like that for a old boss, all them bitter and sour, they have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's not nothing new. That's why I say, so that season coming up there, we don't want to focus on them man too much, really and truly, because right now, as I say, we have a great country for us to build, as well boss say, we need all hands on deck. So we want to stay absent. That is the business, because not we they keeping back. They keep back themselves and their family and their surroundings. This country belongs to us, not to belong to no world boss, nobody. This is our country. We have to build our country. We have to centralize and organize our people of the country suffer in all different ways and forms. This country not a supermarket or a restaurant or a bakery. They have to realize that. All them and talking, they talking, as I tell you. They have to realize Libra himself not there physically. But he planting world boss. So the mission world boss on is not he that choose it, you know. It's a thing he just must do. And me tell you something, world boss have a thing saying. World boss, me tell you something you yourself. Don't make us get bitter. If you have a thing saying you go in just now, you don't have nowhere to go, world boss. We put you there to work and defend our country. You don't have nowhere to go. It's not you that employ yourself. We that employ you. So all of that in pension and think they come into Rivernica for Rivernica to employ them when they waste all the time overseas, they have a serious problem. Get it straight. You know what I'm telling you, my lord? This is our country, as I say again, nobody can do it for us. Nobody can build our country. We, every one of us, who against, who for us, that have to build this country. Because this country at the back of hundreds of years, as you just said, we had night flight or we had flight straight from America last year, as you say. And as Bryn said, we have a lot of members and people staying over, they overstaying in the country when they feel joyful and happy. You know what I mean? So we have a great country. So when all them man that trying to keep us back, they can't keep us back. Forward you go in. We small and we tell our way. It's a great country. Everybody love our country. Nobody can say nothing. It's because the man happy, they eating and dining. So they living happy, so they just complaining. But you can't get up every day complaining within yourself. When you get up, you have to say, to cover and fix what you couldn't fix yesterday. Let's make it better today. That's our mission that we're up to. We have a great family. We have one of the greatest leaders that ever touched it. Nobody can fool me, tell them already know. We are the Iron Woman. We are the national hero. We call him Mr. Roosevelt Douglas. He's not there with us. And now we have a whole boss. We have a special seat that the Father given to us. We have to love him. We have to adore him. We have to make him feel joyful. They see we can this. They have to get it straight, you know. They say that God created us in his own image and likeness. Which means he manifests himself spiritually in mankind. If he's an evil man, you do evil things. You'll stay evil if you're a dirty, stinking heart. But if he's a man of the Father, he blessed you to do help and motivate and analyze your people and them to fix your country and fix your people. That cannot be evil. And if he's a volley, that is the best volley we ever get in Rivernica, and we need them kind of volley there, but not them volley to volley and take that money, go overseas, have the issue and the problem, come in studio, try to block police and say that they're in studio, and then we come back after pension, being a leader of a fit company, what we call it a conquer fit party, and being a leader, try to give them a position, and think that Rivernica going to employ. If I know you have a problem, you'll never get employed in Rivernica. You go all over going to disappear the same way as Top Up and you could disappear.
Yes.
You see, let's get it straight, my lord. All the man haters, all the man is traitors, as I've said, same way. All these wicked, bad men, evilers, all the tomate, all the désolé, all the malfunction partner, all the wrong side, all the just not straight. All the way in the world, boss, all the way in the country, all the way in partner, get it straight. The country, all the way in the people that suffer in all different ways and from that suffering. Them all haven't suffer. My lord, you see me? I myself, I don't want to take too long because I talk long already because I've hit my heart, I tell you, this country belongs to us. We have to defend our country. Nobody, and that's why I'll keep on calling night and day. Once I have a chance to call, I will call because that country belongs to fireman. I don't nobody business. I tell them already, I don't bring no crack, no gun, no malice in my country. I bring things to elevate and motivate my people. And anybody out of Rivernica, in Rivernica, doing good for the country and for the people. I love that. I don't have to be your friend or your company. I don't need to be your friend or your company. Just make money and come back. If it's factory or with a restaurant or a hotel or something you can put to elevate your people from some employment in the place. That we're looking for, that we want. We don't know garbage come and divide our country. We divide too long now. Anyhow, we have a great country. We small and we talawa. There is no stopping us. We fly in living for a big up and people before I go. Good morning to my mommy Naughty and mommy and Mary Dave. Give thanks for life. The Shillingport sisters. Long as you touch base with my sister Rosalind. I hope you safe and you up and running. My great brother don't forget Mr. Moses and my great sister Stephanie out there physically. Mr. Parker, my mother, up and running. I hope you safe and Daryl and Mr. Brain and the foreigner and Mr. Sogo. I love all you.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off. I warned you about calling the man a foreigner. I warned you. I warned you. No. You have to apologize or I go and ban you.
I go and apologize.
All right,
St.
good.
Martin people, good morning to I apologize for calling my great brother Mr. Paul a foreigner. You see why? Them fellas on the crooked side, they fret the brother, so they call him a foreigner. But
No, so you're on the crooked side too? Are you on the crooked side?
On the crooked side?
No, but you say it's them fellas on the crooked side that call him and that.
I said
So
on the
don't follow bad company.
That's it.
Okay? Don't call the man a foreigner on radio again. Okay?
No,
if you do that again, I will cut you off. All right. Okay. All right, fireman. Have a good morning.
And Mr. Paul, we love you in our country. You can come when you want, when you feel that is your place. You're not nothing, as I say. You know he's a great brother. I know I love you for life.
The man lives in Dominica, and from time to time he visits St. Martin. That's what happens. All right?
Everybody in Rivernica supposed to love Mr. Paul George. The one I call him Paul Lloyd. My brother, my bedroom, my everything. Everybody in Rivernica is supposed to love that brother. Because that man, I can tell you personally, that man loves, they call Dominica, I call it Rivernica. That man loves his country and he loves his people. Like I'm telling you, when your weekend pass, I don't forget that. Paul, when I see Paul tell me, fireman, all now so I have how many crates of water and food to send to Rivernica. Paul, fireman, love you for life. You're a great man. You told Rivernica, nobody can stop you. We have a great country. Up and running. Fireman running, take it to the world. Bless
all right, fireman, you have a good morning. I gave you all your time this morning. You remember that, huh? I gave you all your time this morning. What's the time? 8:45 is the morning time. Let's go back to the telephone. On the local line, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Meredith.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, my cousin.
Good-
Good morning, Togo Brain.
Good morning, Kazu. Good morning, Kazu.
Have a blessed day to you all.
Same to you.
Okay. This morning I heard you speaking about the 15 constituencies where the opposition or the workers or whoever they are, I do not know, only counted and say how many vote cast. But I want them to know the 6 constituencies that won where we did not have to vote, including the Pebush constituency. At every election, the Pebush constituency getting over 1,000 and more votes.
Correct.
Yes.
That true, cousin?
Correct.
That is
You're
true.
absolutely correct.
Right, and I can tell them they're just lucky because if you see we had to vote in that election, our princess, they would surprise to know the Pebush constituency would get over 2,000 votes. Because we make sure we registered our young people, and our young people was at her back, and our senior citizens.
That's right.
So when they counting, they must, well, I just give an idea how much we would get in the Pebush constituency. And I showed the other 5 constituencies that did not vote, they have an idea how much votes they would get as well, because more people registered district that was going to vote Labour. No, I wouldn't even worry with the other side because, you know, that is their DNA and that is all they can do for the next 5 years. Shame on them. Are you going to sit down there for the other 5 years attacking Skerrit again? On demand back? Well, I have news for them. If our Prime Minister, he make the declaration that he's going to serve 2 terms and a half. Is that what he said?
2 years and a half.
2 years and a half.
Attack, they want to attack. And they play in Bajan. Our Prime Minister going to stay there till he's 60 years.
That's a fact. I support you.
Retirement in Dominica is 65.
No, the Bible says there's 2 things in life. Whether you for me or you against me. Whether you love me or you hate me. And Skerrit didn't get up on Wednesday morning in Vegas and take his briefcase and go and sit down up there. Is we the original people, as I say yesterday, 19 plus 2, that put him there.
That's right.
And as long, why they're not attacking us, the voters, the Laborites? Why they're not attacking us? Because it's us, it's we that vote for him. And as long, Prime Minister, I want in you. That's why I tell you, don't make more babies. Because as long as you want him there, you have to stay there. And if it's Bajan they play, if it's attack they want to attack you, we will make them see. You will stay there. They will get all what they're asking for because that is their excuse. We will give it to them. They will have it in their hand. And when the election call, they will see we still vote for you. And the Labour Party will still win.
Amen.
Have a blessed Friday.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Meredith.
And
Thank you,
I am
Kazu.
not getting involved in any conversation about retirement. Everybody knows my views on that. I am not getting involved in any conversation about leaving. When the time comes, that will be dealt with accordingly. On the local line, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Deaton.
Okay, I'm not too sure what happened there. Let's go to the next line. On the local line, good morning. On the local line, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm there. You and company?
Yes, yes.
Good morning.
Yes. The election was called, okay? And then we, the people who put Kerry where he is, it's not a matter of people, UWP. UWP is part of the devil because there are 2 sides of people, the good and the bad. But UWP now are there to distract. But Labour Party is there to stay
And Kerrit should not make an appeal and say, I am leaving, because God puts him there. I am warning. This is a warning. And he has to be careful. These people talking, they're like Tongsu Fountain and whatever water pot or whatever. These people have to talk because they are part of the devil and they cannot see light because they are blind. The only person that was said, you have to stay, continue and don't look back, was the Labour Party Pierre Charles. In a vision, I saw it myself and I had to work very hard. I'm making all you to know that now. I had to work very hard for that. And one of you men, I want to explain it to all you. I was the first one and my husband this election to go and vote to cast our ballot Monday morning in Granby, Tetmore.
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning, sorry, in Tetmore. And I want one of all you so that I can explain it for all you. And then what was said and what is being has to be done until God wants him to leave and the Labour Party to leave.
All right, ma'am.
So don't worry about what these people do. Yes, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
All right, then. You have a nice day and a good morning.
Yeah, David, I just want to address something. And I want to support my cousin in the Peebush constituency in Calbishi for her words. Yes, we do have a princess. We have one of the youngest honorable member of parliament, maybe in the Caribbean, Honorable Lakeya Joseph. A cousin, a neighbor, a friend, and my pal rep. I heard somebody on the other side, Sean Douglas, because he's on radio. I'll call his name because once you're on the public domain, your name has to be called. Sean Douglas said some real condescending words about this young lady. Sean, for no apparent reason. The young lady is an educated, business-like, motivational young lady. She helps the old, the young. She's just a loving a young woman. Loving. Sean doesn't know this young lady from Adam. He don't know about her. I don't think he ever spoken to her. But Sean used a word and called her a green hand. Now, you would think a fellow like Sean, I mean, you can be on the other side. You can be opposing a party. You can be against a certain philosophy and ideology. But when you get so low because you are so upset that you have failed in whatever way, and a young lady is now rising and, to the occasion, accept the call to serve, and you use those words on a young lady that's aspiring to serve, a green hand. But let us compare Lakeya's educational achievement with that of Lennox Linton. Lakeya is a graduate from the University of the West Indies. How far have Lennox Linton went as far as school is concerned?
Form 4.
Good. So Sean has never criticized Lennox Linton for a drop off of high school and became a leader of a political party, one of the major political parties in this country. But he's there criticizing a young rising star in the person of Honorable Lakeya Joseph. And I want to tell Sean, I don't really do this, but this is, you need to do an introspection of yourself. You need to do an introspection of yourself and have some level of respect. You all hate everybody, including young women, older people. You all just hate people. That young lady has done nothing to you. She has done nothing to anybody.
If we have to.
I mean, come on.
Sean, and you want to use the word green hand,
But let me
just sell your ice cream and finish.
Let me tell you, a young woman he was interfering with, she got pregnant. It was Sugo or brain or teeth.
Me?
You run to doctor, bringing her to doctor, buying all sorts of diaper, doing all sorts of things for the woman. And when the child was born, the woman told you, it's not your child, you know. Malkaka take you. You calling people green hand. You living in a house. Grass is inside the house. You fail to pay somebody $10 to cut the grass.
How you mean inside the house?
I mean, so much grass he has outside. He has to push the grass on the side to go inside his house. You're calling people green hand? This type of fellas looking for a problem, and when you answer them, they want you to fail, you know. But I tell them already, I know my mepui. I was a policeman, they run me out. That is my mepui. Not for dishonesty, number one. Not for molesting people's children, number two. And not for receiving bribes, number three. So I walk with my head up. And you heard Tony Esteban say, I was one of the best investigators in the police force. Correct. So I haven't got to take Sean and this other fella's problem and hang on my back. Sean must ask himself a question. You were GIS boss. You never promoted government development because you hated Skerrit. We know it's a personal business. You hated Skerrit for. They gave you a contract to sign. You never signed the contract. Your lawyer asked you, go and sign the contract and fight inside. You playing Marshall. Oh, your DNA is labor. Your DNA wasn't labor, comrade. Your DNA was crookedness. That was your DNA. And when you meet me on the road, Sean, attack so go fly. I have more for you.
Yes, so,
Right.
go ahead.
Very interesting. You know, we must admire persons, young people,
of course,
who achieve. Because I have a problem when they talk about education. I remember the late Pierre Charles, where a certain talk show host, Lennox Linton, criticized him for not being a graduate and and everybody accepted it. So I thought at the time that Lennox Linton had a bachelor's degree or a master's degree or a PhD. He calls himself an investigative journalist.
What is this? Where did he graduate? Where did he graduate from?
Everybody, man, had that. Man, the man is a great investigator when it comes to journalism. So he decided to attack a man who is a top-notch, a chartered accountant, Mr. Peanut Burns, calling him all kinds of names. Well, Peanut Burns took him to the Privy Council. And these men, the law lords, their eyes blue like the sky, ask him, he calls himself an investigative journalist. They ask him, can you tell us which university you went?
The University of Q95.
No, he cannot answer. I'm asking you, which university did you attain this investigative business from? He cannot answer. Then he started talking. Well, he said, you mean, maybe he said, the Lord advised, must be. Not maybe. Must be. Case finished. He lost the case. Going up there to the Privy Council by himself alone, thinking he's one of the greatest.
With lawyers. A big black briefcase. Nothing was in it, you know.
Alexis Guamove, man.
Yeah.
Alexis Guamove, man. Well, they bend him down.
The guy has nothing, decent to say about anybody.
But if Lennox was a man of the way that he used to project himself, I am above everybody. You retire from your leadership. You took your own hands and you said, I have retired because there are crooks inside.
But you're lying because you took a presidency.
Listen, you come back so low. You took president of the party. You came so low.
But there's a reason.
You should just run.
There's a reason for that.
I keep away from it, but
there's a reason for that.
Thompson must open his eyes, because he's not there for long. He is not there for long. Because when they attack, there'll be no more Thompson. There'll be Son, but no Tom.
Lennox said, if there is no enemy within, the enemies without cannot hurt you.
Yes.
What he was actually saying is his problem is not Roosevelt Skerrit, the Prime Minister. His problem is not the Labour Party. His problem is not Daryl Titton Radio, neither Simeon Albert, nor Franco, not you, not Brain. He said his problem is the enemy within. Now, he couldn't have said it clearer than this. That is his problem and have been his problem. And that is going to be also the problem of Thompson Fountain if it's not already started. The enemy within.
On the local line, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Steve. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good morning, Auntie.
That's Auntie.
Hey, Auntie, I didn't even take your voice. Hey. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Auntie.
I wake up on the right side of the bed this morning.
All right. Go ahead, Auntie.
Anyway, Mr. Lloyd, good morning, and Solo, good morning, and the bird, good morning. Blessed Friday to you all.
You too.
Hello?
Thank you. Yes, we are hearing you.
anyways, you know that useless, wicked people on the other side. The Thompson Fountain, and the actually Thompson Fountain self. Thompson Fountain not good in figures, you know. Mr. T. Thompson Fountain not good in figures. Thompson Fountain was good in figures. You think credit card company would be running in America? It's because he's not good in figures. Anyway, so he's not there for long. So I hear myself, he'll not tell me, you know, because Facebook always doesn't give me warning for him there because when I have to met me on from Salisbury. There is the independent candidate there, they want to give leader of the opposition. So I don't know, Thompson Fountain have all these problems just now in his backside. Anyways, nephew, these people there, they don't have no young people interested to have, you know. Dominicans must understand that, you know. They don't have no young people interest at hand. You ever hear any government program for all the years the Dominican the government does all its best for young people? You ever hear they go on their radio station and tell these people make use of the opportunities that the government has for them? No. The only time when they want to call these young people is to come and show stone behind police in Bali, and down workers, block airport. Is that what they want the people to do? You understand? They don't have this problem is wicked people. I don't know about they. They're just like poor boy. Like a poor boy. I will see. Because these people I cannot understand, these people don't take part in election. If you don't take part in election, go sit down on the sidelines and have nothing to say. Come back on 5 years' time again. And the PM asked people after Erica, he gives them an olive branch. You know, where we can fix things. These people, he gives them a blank check, you know. There's people not for peace. There's people not for nothing. There's people not for progress. There's people not for nothing that will try to just make put Dominica under its foot. They give back the government after Erica, they give the Prime Minister back the check. They don't want to do nothing for the people. Them people not for peace. My God, but we can't have this type of people. That cannot be continuing in our country every day. And the ones behind the people after there's no forum now in St. Lucia. I don't want to know St. Lucia journalists if they are on the opposition side. St. Lucia journalists are the ones get on the fact straight. Hey, I got man. And that's like, but you're on TV this morning. I already wake up on the wrong side of the fence. They want to fuck up the cushion.
Good morning. Good morning, Auntie.
Chief, I want to read a letter I got there. Can I? If you
yes, go ahead.
Father Thomas.
Is that from the lady?
Yes.
No, don't
read it.
No, don't
give that
importance.
Any
Don't give that importance.
The madam la isuko exactly.
You see, them people are really crooked, man.
Is it crooked?
All you was supporting them, Eugenia Charles, all you would kill for Eugenia.
The lady must go and try to control
And all
her
you just-
wayward son.
Yes, as a lady die, you'll just forget about her.
People show you their
Eh?
true colors, and when
They
they,
will
do,
never
believe them.
freedomites.
Believe them.
They
Believe them.
attack Charlo, the president. Since you don't go on their side, they cannot get work from any political party again. So they vex.
But you see,
They vex.
there was a reason why Eugenia Charles left Antigua and returned and took over a cabinet meeting. Anyway, let's
I
leave
know,
that there.
I know what, I know what.
Just leave that
Yeah,
there.
I know what.
Eugenia Charles was in Antigua when she got a call about certain things going on in cabinet.
Yes.
And she turned back and she stepped into the cabinet room, stood and allowed the guy to move from the chair. And Jig Jody, he has never acted as prime minister again.
We know what, we know what.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay?
Sorry. You know, Daryl, most organizations, whether it's a corporation, a business, if you're not doing well, the board of directors will meet with the management board and kind of find out what is the problem. Where are we going wrong? Why are we not making the level of profits or advancement that we need to make? That's what most normal corporation, businesses, political organization does. Most of them, if not all. We have a party here, a UWP, that been losing consistently. And you would think that they would sit down and say, boy, Daryl, or whoever is in their group, this is what's going on. We need to go in a different direction. A new leader was elected. You think his speech would be like when Obama got his Democratic appointment in the United States when he was chosen. He gave a blistering speech, a solid speech. He said there is no black, no white. There is no Democrats, no Republicans. There is the United States of America. He gave an inclusive speech and everybody was so impressed with this. So the Republicans moved towards, some of the Republicans voted him. The Democrats go, you think the PhD in economics would have given some kind of speech that would motivate and would bring some music to the ears of the general public. Instead, he sunk lower than the previous leader. And if you have to compare two of them, they're one of the same. One may be worse than the other.
But let me tell you that. But if you have people in the leadership position, Lloydie, and they're saying that the CARICOM observers, the observers from the Commonwealth and the observers from the OAS and the other observers was handpicked by Roosevelt Skerrit. You hear the kind of conversation that's going on, and nobody's saying, the leadership is not saying, but wait a while, but these are international organizations. They came to Dominica to observe the election. And their reports was that the election was credible. It was free and fair and free from fear.
Correct.
And you're coming now and you're hearing this kind of rhetoric being brandished on the media by these individuals, and nobody's telling them, stop that stupid.
But you see, it's the free from fear that is killing them, you know. Because they tried to instill fear in people.
Yes,
They
that
were
is
going
true.
around telling people, don't leave your home on Tuesday.
We're going to build a human wall.
Uh-huh. So they tried to instill fear and people still went out to vote.
Oh, yeah.
So that is what is too fair in them. On the local line, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning to everybody else.
Yes.
Good, we're good.
I called to make a point, and my point is based on Skerrit must stay on. My reason for saying that is in 2019 election, a lot of new candidates came in. Likewise, in the 2022 election, now all the old heads, well, the persons who were there before, like Reggie, like Ian, like Blackmore, and the others, they left. The persons who stayed on for the 22 elections were still fresh, just 3 years on. People like Mr. Grant, Miss Roberts,
McIntyre,
Dennis Charles.
Retire. No, so and well, Vince made a comeback. But we have a lot of rookies. If there's a good word to use, a lot of rookies. I think 9 or 10 of them. Although Blanchard was there as a senator before. So there are a lot of rookies. I think the young people in there need guidance. 1 year on, when Mr. Skerrit said that he maybe 2023 might be his last year. 1 year on with Mr. Skerrit and the new people who are just 2 years, 3 years, 1 year new in the business will not augur well for the system. That is a voice from within and not a voice from without. I don't think it will augur well for the system. So I'm saying that Skerrit, or Mr. Skerrit, need to stay on and guide the troop through.
I get what you're saying, comrade, but again, I do not want to get involved in this conversation. This conversation is not at hand at the moment. I fully understand what you're saying, and I'll go even further. I fully agree with you, but I do not want to have this conversation prolonged on the radio at this time.
Okay, whenever
understand? Yes.
Prolongable, we'll discuss.
All right, my friend. Thank you. I don't want to give anybody any heart palpitations or cold sweat. I don't want to get involved.
Brain and Lloydie. If you're a thief, you have committed crimes of thieving or murdering or raping, how can you watch somebody who has never found themselves in this kind of crimes? You're calling person volley, rapist, murderer. How can you take it from you and put it on somebody?
No, but you have the old saying.
As the people say, watch yourself first. Watch where you're putting your foot before you jump. You're calling Roosevelt Skerrit and his government volley. You volley twice in America, we. You run to Dominica for refuge. You build house in Point Michel or Loubier where it is. Now your hands are empty. You believe when your father's death, you'd get everything. Your father left you without nothing.
Penniless?
Your father left you with a glass of water.
Penniless?
And said, I do not owe you. You owe me. So what you owe me, take it.
The prodigal son was a Bible story,
It's true.
It's the Bible story. Not every time when you do that, you think you'll be welcome back and fathead calf will be killed. It was a Bible story.
Okay?
But it was not
I have won them already, You know you have a clean slate. Enjoy your clean slate. Your slate is dirty with wrongs and things it breaking. Stay with it. Do not attack people with clean slates.
Right.
When they start to give you your, as the old people saying, give you your mepui, stay and take it.
But I find that a man of a high reputation like a George should be a man with certain ethical principles. If you're a George in a first world country, you should be a man of high repute. You should deal with illegal exactness. But you should not be promoting the type of propaganda which are not factual. You have done no research on the matter to just be coming down and bring on the radio with another man, a fraternal brother, who has grievances, who you know his track record, was he's looking for opportunity, a chocolate factory, passports for him to sell and take 90% of the money, want house with remote control gate, wants a house for over 50,000 a month, servants waiting on him at his beck and call.
A swimming pool.
A swimming pool.
You want all that?
Yes.
And then the man put that in writing.
The man put that in writing.
2 yard boys.
2 yard boys. A swimming pool where he can dive.
Swimming pool.
A diving
motor vehicle
of
a certain standard.
And to what avail? What?
But when you do look, Ipon Koui, drug charges against his backside up there. Okay? He run down and he embedded himself in Soufriere and they taught him a lesson.
Oh, they taught him a lesson. He got a whipping. had to run back to his father's home.
On the local line, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's up with you?
Good morning. We're good.
Yeah, I've been listening with interest. I just called to see that, sometimes we must understand when we point one finger at somebody, plenty others pointing back at us,
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm saying is we all have our faults in life. Nobody's perfect. But these people who have more things to say about other people, they have big, big skeletons in their cupboards. And they're studying the Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure if you'll have observed that he doesn't even take them on. The gentleman is so focused on what he has to do for this country that he doesn't even take them on when they call him thief. How you calling people thief when everybody know you thief? I myself, I haven't got lawyer money, so I don't call him name at this time. But we know what happened. We know what happened at the secondary school, the certain secondary school in Dominica is a very small place.
Mm-hmm. Very.
Very small place.
So when something happens in the north, we know in the south and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And these people who are disillusioned and disenfranchised and waiting for positions when the other party won and that never materialized, they're angry. They're angry at themselves. They're angry at us, but I suspect they're more angry. They're angrier at themselves because they see their dreams just floating away. And these people have, let me tell you, these people have so much day for. They have so much day for. All of us have hours, as I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to. They have plenty. And the things that they think people don't know. So they come out on social media. When you send those kind of messages to a priest, and let me tell you, boy, sometimes I don't want people to they say need to soak Frankie radio station because we know what they're doing. Everybody, all the preschool children know what they're doing, and they want to come and castigate everybody, put everybody in their category. And this lady there, I had so much respect for that lady, but I lose all respect. After a while, you respect people for some time, and then after a while, you lose all respect for them. Larry, let me tell you, I supported the Dominica Freedom Party for 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
I was on the women's arm. I was in all story Freedom Party, And this lady, may her soul rest in peace, must be turning in her grave. And all of them who professed to love her, they had loved her so much.
Mm-hmm. Her
one wish she asked them, they disregarded it. Do not put these people in power. And the late Eugenia Charles knew exactly what she was talking about. She knew what she was talking about, And we just have to, let me tell you, we just have to stay focused, and continue working for development in this country. Because if we have to listen to these people, nothing will happen, and they will rejoice over it. But they lie. They're in the yard. And that's
not yard again, not yard. They're in the cemetery, not yard.
That's
true. Yard.
And I say, you can say,
for sure.
You take a fair letema. Tout ça là où ça.
Yes.
Avec yo quoi you take a fair letema là-bas, no? You take a fair ba koyo. They were doing those funeral services in the cemetery for themselves because God doesn't sleep. And they cannot stop progress in this country. They just cannot.
That's right.
And we have a lot of young people who are intelligent, who are bright, who are focused. So no matter what they say about these young people, that PM took under his wings and have them, doing what they're supposed to. They can say what they want. They cannot stop bouillon in this country.
That's right.
And they have to learn to understand that. So that's just my 2 cents, gentlemen. Have a good day.
Same to you, Teach.
Thank you, Teach.
And take care.
You too.
All right,
No.
then you have a good morning. Thank you.
I always believe in the philosophy of the late Michael Anthony Douglas. When they hit you, you hit them harder.
Yeah.
So it is. Some of them made money under them Eugenia Charles. The big man now. They have this, they have that. They can build so many houses. As Mamo closed her eyes, they turn from the Freedom Party. They turn from the green leaf. Now they are with the blue ones. But one thing I know, United Workers' Party will never ever forget the Freedom Party supporters.
I know.
You know that
I know.
for the money that Edison James paid in court for Eugenia Charles. So let them believe they are swimming in oil, but they are watching them with a wooden glass.
On the local line, good morning.
That's the mobile man.
Yes.
Yo.
I love the vibes, no Soko. I love it. That's the mobile man, my brother. And I can tell you about these people. I was with them, you know. I come from the polo of them and see how the mobile man competent, my brother. I always say the novice. They say, man, I think I'm going to be Prime Minister. All the blue, my Prime Minister, my foot. My blue, them, losing so say, my Prime Minister, my Prime Minister. My goodness me. How are you feeling now? Running for president? All of them people there in the incompetent workers' party. Them people all you know, Thompson Fund, all of them all in already, you know. That's why the young people, my Prime Minister, you do a damn well good thing. You bring the young people on board, CK and everybody on board. My brother, Labour power. You say you get it from you all, my brother, in the incompetence. What you used to let me say, and then say, and just give me a little sandwich and bread to it on radio. And you know, Alan, good morning to you, brother. Have me on Rise and Shine. But Angelo Allen, you know that when they burst out and say they're going to treat latrine, Judge Francis tell me don't say nothing about that. When I start to hear the Prime Minister giving houses, my uncle get a house in Portsmouth. Judge Francis tell me be careful. Mobile here in 200 coming. Boy, I check him, but what wrong is that, boy? She can look at before it. Boy, you really bring me to labor here. Because I really love you too, you know. And now we know that to mash you all down. And Brent, my brother, labor so sweet. Who that don't come on that ship and is sinking? Or is still talking again? The professor say, you all have 50 years to talk, and it is damn well true. And mobile man here, enjoying my life in labor power. You all see the incompetence of you workers' party with the yellow and blue can never prosper. My good Thompson Fontaine, you say you'll talk about the dust money and all them things and leadership and the blue saying take care of what to eat and drink. Don't go and see the Prime Minister. My brother, let me tell you, you want to listen to them? You don't but damn well have to go if you don't want to go to see the Prime Minister, my brother. Because all of you are fools, as idiots. Bye-bye, my brother.
Bye-bye.
In addition to what the lady said, the previous caller before a mobile man. Man, good. You're part of history. I've been part of history. There's also a certain gentleman that'll be coming on the Q95 and talking about the Prime Minister and have all kind of things to say. All I have to say to him, the last time I checked, the Prime Minister was in St. Martin. I was with him, and there was no, there was nothing out for him. All I have to say, the Prime Minister came to St. Martin, and nobody was looking for him.
No,
nobody
there was
harassed him.
he was able to walk through customs freely.
He didn't even go through customs. They sent his entourage for him, brought him out freely. They knew he was coming.
They knew he was coming.
Foreign affairs knew he was coming.
He's not a no pui.
That's right. And I am saying to him, stop spreading and saying what he wants about the Prime Minister. Because if he doesn't stop, then we will have to open.
It's fine.
Let me put it this way. I am not warning anybody again.
Not
right.
Nobody after today, Friday.
That is our last. That's the last one.
You attack.
Counter attack.
Counter attack. End of story.
Yeah, give it to you, Mike. Say harder.
On the local line. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tip and Soko and...
Good morning. Morning, doctor.
Partner, how you finding time to call us now, partner? You have 3 boats in port.
free boats in port. Well, you know this, man. We have to make our time for our system general.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and let them run them out, and they can say what they want. Our system general is back and is there, and they can run, they can talk, they can do all kind of things. When the prayer of God will be on for our system general, they will keep going down and down and down. You know, but Sogo, Mr. Kid, and all the people that keep spreading the news to keep them clones out and them clones completely out of business. We just have to keep doing what we're doing. Hold strong, my Prime Minister, and my lady in Rosanna. I asked for her, we get her, and we got to treat her right, and we will work for us to keep that seat until. Hold strong. We will talk again.
All right.
Thank you very much, caller.
A good morning. 9:26 is the morning time. 9:26 is the morning time. The Hang brought to you compliments the good folks at Flo Dominica, Busy Bubble Laundry, and Best Price. We'll be back right after a word from our sponsors.
Fast Pay, a new and easy way to pay. Fast Pay, Fast Pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Fast Pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. Fast Pay, Fast Pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Daddy, you dirty your clothes again, and mommy not there to help you though. Well, pam pam, daddy dirty his clothes.
Easy breezy, busy bubble laundry service on the hustle. Washing, drying, folding service. Washing comfort cause it's worth it. Kitty zone, cribs and toys. Come on, daddy, bring the bag. Dirty things from wine and malts. Come on, man, it's not your fault. Busy bubble.
Visit our new location on the Castle Comfort Highway next to the Cicero Hotel. Busy Bubble Laundry, taking the busy out of your day.
Best Price, new and improved supermarket and home store. Wide range of grocery items, fresh produce available every day, freshly cut meat and frozen products. And visit the home store, available upstairs for all your decor for every room in your home. Convenient parking located on the riverbank. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sundays and holidays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Friendly staff, competitive prices. Best Price. Best Price, new and improved supermarket and home store.
Print City. Modern, creative, exciting. From various heat press options to detail embroidery. With years of experience in photography and design. Get full-on branding deals, t-shirts and banner printings, logos, graphics and designs, along with additional social media services. Located at 42 Independence Street, Roseau Dominica, downstairs, Kyrie FM. Call 617-2916 or printcitydominica@gmail.com.
Have you heard? Local TV is back. Carry TV is here through Flow Channel 953. Advertise your events, services, deaf announcements, birthdays, and more. Sponsor a program, host your own program, or even have a live broadcast. Contact our sales department at 614-3385 for more details. Carry TV, revolutionizing media in Dominica.
Are you looking for that perfect setup for your conference, seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering? How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kyrie Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need: PA system, stage, lighting, microphones, tents, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today at 612-4050 or 612-1265. Kyrie Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services.
We're still adjusting to the new studios. Let's go back to the telephone on the local line. Good morning. On the local line, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Stein.
Good morning, Professor.
I just wanted to drop a little something into the milieu. When I heard Lloydie mention Lakia and Sonia mention the young people who are being educated, and I thought of Dr. Cassandra Williams coming out of La Plaine, and she's a pediatrician.
Yes, she is.
And it is not, when you thought of a pediatrician 40 years ago, they didn't come out of La Plaine. You see?
That's true. You had to
the
have a
point I'm
certain
making-
surname.
You know, there's a spread, and there used to be a big discussion in the days when you had leftists and rightists. There was a big discussion about the town and country. So, for instance, I think there are still people who say today in Dominica, I go into the country. Probably they mean they're going to Salisbury or they're going to Calabashi. But is that really so? Given that a minister for ecclesiastical affairs, let's say, may come from Granville, or given that a minister for education comes from Castle Bruce, or a Roland Roy comes from Cottage, Capuchin, or you have a Defoe coming out of Petit Savane, or Dennis Charleswell coming out of Point Michel, although they produced a Eugenia. I think it is wise sometimes to look at the extent to which that demographic of young persons that are emerging, where they come from, and what that means for Dominica's total development. They are not just restricted to the town or the city. They are now coming from everywhere, all over the island. And this is, to my mind, a very beautiful thing. I just thought I'd add this in the milieu. Thank you.
Yeah, Stein, don't go yet, Stein. Go ahead.
Yes, Stein. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Very, as usual, always very good, great contribution. But Stein, I want to add something to what you just said, and I want you to comment on it. Because, for example, you mentioned the names that came from different communities. And some of these people, Stein, their grandparents were worked on their estates. Their parents worked on estates. Their parents didn't have the opportunity at the time to go to secondary school, high school, and attend an education. And here you have, Lakea grandparents worked on an estate. And here you have now, today in 2022, you have Lakea, second, third generation, is now an honorable member of parliament. And for somebody who doesn't know the history of that young lady, where she came from, her loins, and just, condescendingly, just trying to really trash her, pretty much, I think this is unfortunate. And that is why I make that statement. And I would like to hear your response on it.
Yeah, well, I've noticed, if you don't mind, that we have a lot of vexed adults in Dominica, and we have a lot of 50 and 60-year-olds who are still adolescents in their judgment. And some people are making some comments that are pretty unfortunate. When you have that type of person emerging from the background that you've described, and somebody should refer to her as this, I think that tells you a lot about who they are, more than they even say anything about Lakea. So we will put that aside quickly and immediately. Most of those persons who are emerging, if not all of them, out of so-called quote-quote country, they come out of a plantation background. They come out of a garden and agriculture background. Some of them, maybe if you go to Fosseja, Petit Savane, those places, they might have a fishing background.
Mm-hmm.
You see? But certainly most people came out of agriculture, and it was strange. Once upon a time, before tourism became this big business that it was. So we need to incorporate all of those. We need to move quickly past these judgments that are made by some people and come to terms with what is before us immediately.
Correct.
And what is before us? Young people are emerging from Cottage through to Soufriere, from Castle Bruce, Daily Slaplin, right across to St. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
People are coming out of Bells. People are coming out of Kalinago territory. It means that when there is time for networking of resources over the years, we will have people in all areas. And another matter is that they will choose to stay in their specific areas. They would not necessarily have to come to Roseau to work. There's a lot that is going to be happening as we advance and the technology changes. And they are really, really beautifully ready for it. So those who wish to still harp on what maybe remains of a class discourse, they can go on. But we're through with that.
Yes.
We're through with that long now. There's a whole new world emerging, and we better get ready for it. Gentlemen, thank you.
All right, my friend.
Thank you so
have
much.
A good morning. Let's stay still on the telephone. Good morning. On the telephone, good morning. Let's see there. Oh, missed that one there. On line number 3. Let's see if we'll get that call back on line number 3. Let's go back to the telephone. On the local line, good morning.
Yes, I mean, morning. Not today, trying on 447-334. Good
The
morning.
new numbers 448-7337, 448-7338, 448-7339. These are the new numbers.
Okay then. Anyway, Daryl and your 3 others.
Yes.
3 others. Good morning.
Good morning.
Daryl, there's no more United Workers Party anymore, you know.
Correct.
There is no more United Workers Party anymore. And I would say to the Prime Minister, don't make no intention or don't have any intention of meeting with United Workers Party leaders. None of them are for fact. They need to come and see him. He don't need to go and see them. You understand? He need to see the people that have been there with him and the people that want the best for Dominico. I mean, if they need him, he's available, but don't call for that. Another thing again, you see that the young guy from St. Joseph, to say with what Stein was saying, you see Mr. Lloyd?
Yes.
Oh boy, he said some things that have me going. And I would say to the Prime Minister, I will say you're not going to discuss his leaving.
No, I am not. So as such, you are not discussing it too. Okay?
No, I'm not going to discuss it.
Good. So say nothing about it. All right?
So John,
don't even bring it up.
Because
Okay,
we'll cut you
Malin?
up. We'll cut you
All
up.
right, Malin. I'll talk to you. I go and take a call there on. I go and take a call there on the other line there. Okay, on the local line. Good morning.
You mean on the other local line?
On the other local line. Yes.
Senior.
What's happening, Lloydie?
Man, I solid.
But you're batting solidly. You remind me of who? Lara, Richards, who?
It tried.
Comrade,
Yes.
Let me tell you. I listened to the conversation this morning, and you referred to something as unfortunate, which is some comments made about some young lady or some business or something like here.
Yes. The panel for the Papers constituency.
Well, comrade, it's not unfortunate. It is symptomatic of a very dangerous disease in our society that has been festered, fertilized, and bloomed by the United Workers' Party. It's called hate. It's called evil. It's called hypocrisy. It's called indecency. And it is rampant through every single sector of the society that does not support the Dominica Labour Party or who support the United Workers' Party. It is something that I have always been speaking about, this degradation of sectors of our society motivated simply by hatred for Skerrit and the Labour Party. And I'll give you an example. I am seeing vicious, pejorative attacks against Monsignor Thomas for something he said or may have said at the swearing-in of the Prime Minister. The same people said nothing when in 2005, Daryl Titt, the fellow sitting next to you, videotaped a priest from the Catholic Church participating in the blockade and violence at Pigwan
Directing.
Directing it. They said nothing. There are monsignors in that church and past priests in that church who people tell me have made critical comments of the government on a regular and absolute regular basis. They say nothing about that. You have a rattlesnake, Rodney, that has been festering his poison in the airwaves. For years, not a single solitary word. Not a single solitary word of condemnation from them. Nothing.
absolutely zero silence. And I do not know what it is Monsignor says. I don't care what Monsignor Thomas says. Monsignor Thomas is a dedicated Dominican and significant Monsignor and priest in the Catholic Church. Whatever he may have said, it seems as if that he must not have an opinion on what he believes truly to be the case. It is only if you are being critical or hostile to the Prime Minister and the Labour Party that you have the right to do so. And it's the same. It's I don't know how else to describe it. When the Prime Minister was first elected Prime Minister by senior members of the Parliament of the country, members of the Parliament on the Labour Party side in the Parliament, Edison referred to him as a boy with toys. All right? Boys with toys. When they came consistent with the reset, the Prime Minister came with 10 young, professional, educated, eloquent, disciplined young persons to form the next, to be part of the team and to become part of the next cabinet. They brushed them off as children. That Roosevelt Skerritt was robbing the nursery school, the kindergarten schools. Everything that comes out as part of the Labour Party's move forward is always denigrated and dehumanized without any reason. Without any reason. So I am not surprised. I am not surprised to hear it. I am not surprised that with the constant negative comments coming from certain sectors of what we used to call the gros bourgeois or the bourgeois society and so on, middle class who believe that they have the moral right to spit on anybody that they don't like. All right, so I think I just needed to put that on the record. It's a how should I put it? A culture, and it's a culture that is refusing, in the minds of some, to accept the progress that the country has made. That is why even to this day, when you can spend 6, 7, 8 hours going around the country with Darrell to see what the country has done, that the government has done, they will still tell their friends and their family overseas that nothing's happening. They will continue to denigrate this country because it suits them to do so, because they do not want people to accept the fact that Roosevelt Skerritt has transformed this country from a poor, backward country in 2000, after it was destroyed by the United Workers' Party, to a sterling example of development and governance in CARICOM today. They're refusing to accept it. And the stronger the government becomes, the more the government performs and develops the country, the more hostile they get. And the more hostile they get, and they will refuse to accept that the biggest mistake they made, the first political suicide that's on historical in the records of history that has ever been executed, was the United Workers' Party's boycott of the election. And they won't accept that. They will make all sorts of excuses as to why it is that Labour Party should not have won in the election this, the election that. And they're refusing to accept the fact that all of this was a direct result of the boycott, that 19-2. I am not in any way suggesting the result would have been different had the United Workers' Party participated. But I just wanted to share that with you, comrade. It's a deep-rooted evil in our society. And some of them are part of the church. Some of them are lay pastors. Some of them are lay this and lay that in the Catholic Church. Some of them go to church every single day in the Catholic Church and other churches and religious groups or whatever have you. And they cannot get that evil out of their soul. They cannot get it out of their soul because it's a virus that has corrupted their soul and their heart and their conscience. And it is shocking. People will just make these statements out of hatred. All right? They will remain silent when their own makes these sort of how should I put it, degrading comments about the country. It's the same people that said nothing about the $3 million in 2005, the 1.5 million United States dollars in 2009, who said nothing with the two agreements to sell diplomatic passports for $400,000. They said nothing. Did you hear any of them say anything? Not a word.
Not a word.
Not a single word coming from them. But they want to pontificate on Roosevelt Skerrit and all the garbage that the workers have put out and fueled. And they love nothing more than when the sons of the bourgeoisie in Canada, Irving Andrew and Gabriel Christian in New York, Washington, talk. They wash themselves with the garbage that they are talking. So I just wanted to mention that, my dear friends. All right? It's not unfortunate. It's not a mistake. It's not an error. It's part of a deep-rooted hatred in our society that has been created by the United Workers' Party. They're suffering from the loss of power syndrome, and so long as the Dominican Labour Party keeps winning, it's going to get worse. And they're not looking in the mirror. Comrades, they're not looking in the mirror to say, well, maybe we lost the last 2-3 elections because of Lennox Linton's crass behavior as the political leader. They're not going to say that Thompson Fontaine has to be a rubbish and a garbage selection as political leader with the history that he has. They will say nothing about it. They will not even criticize the fact that the United Workers' Party went from a Lennox Linton to a Thompson Fontaine with all the history Thompson Fontaine has that you and I and all of us know about. They will think that he's the the savior, the Sir Lancelot that will rescue the United Workers' Party and the country from the clutches of Skerrit, without realizing the ammunition that we have to use at the right time against Thompson Fontaine. They say nothing about that. They hail him as the chosen one and forget his background. I want to focus on Roosevelt Skerrit. We must never tolerate that. Comrade, we went through 20 years of that. We have to continuously, as somebody said there, so go fly, mentioned something about Michael Douglas, right? What Michael Douglas said to me on his deathbed, which literally moved me to tears because Michael Douglas and I were very close. And I did the eulogy for his election, on his funeral in Borough Square. He asked to see me. I went to see him in the hospital. And he says to me, his biggest regret was that I did not become a senator in 1985. I said, comrade, that's past. He says, but if you ever decide to get into politics and you enter the arena, lift up every stone and every snake that you see under the stone, put your foot on its head and cut the head off. He meant it figuratively. And Michael's philosophy to me then, the year he died, is applicable now. There are a lot of snakes outside there, comrades, and we have to cover every single stone so that the people of this country see who the real snakes are. The snakes who remain hidden in the rocks when the garbage from the United Workers' Party is taking place, but who want to come out snapping at people's feet when somebody else is speaking or saying or showing support for the Dominican Labour Party as opposed to their political party. So, gentlemen, have a great day. Sorry to take up too much time, but I feel very strongly about that. It's not unfortunate. It's a deliberate expression of the hatred in our country.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Senior Counsel. As usual, we have a few moments left. As usual, you have always give some real sterling contribution to the program. But before we round up, gentlemen, Sogo, Brain, and Darren, I just want to read one, give you some background of what I was talking about, and I wanted to make it clear to the people of Dominica and around the world. The Honorable Lakeya Joseph, a CEO of Natural Blend Agro-Processing Business, producing natural oils, teas, extract, and product founder of Golden Opportunities. She's the CEO Okay, she was involved in sports. She was a voluntary student and family area of education, agriculture, sports training, personal development, co-founder of Youth, a vision community development organization. She has an associate degree in psychology, a business and bachelor's degree in agriculture, economics and extension and business operation at the University of Ewing, and that's ongoing. She's certified in leading change at the Cambridge University in London. She was the one that she's advisor of the Future Housing Program of Dominican. She has and the list go on and on. This is the person that Mr. Sean Douglas is calling a green hand. Look at her achievement, and that I can read for you. To take my half. I'll have a lot more, but I will deal with that Sogo and Brain on a subsequent program, because we have to go right up. Because I am very upset, and I don't like what was being said, and I want everybody to know that Sean need to apologize openly to this young lady for trying to denigrate her in public. I don't like it. I don't think nobody in the women's desk should be upset about that. The Council of Churches, everybody should be upset about that, for a lady who is trying to be answer a call to serve a country, and you went on set and trying to denigrate her and belittle her. This is out of place, and I will deal more with that on another program. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Sogo, your closing remarks.
Let me thank you, Brain and Tit. Tit left us because he has to attend a meeting, an important meeting. Let me thank all our listeners for listening, who made their contribution, and we wait for you on Monday, God willing. Thank you, and have a wonderful weekend.